Hi everybody, Mitchell here. Um, Today's video is going to be my Q&A. I would like to thank everybody for your submitted questions. I wrote them all down last night and I have them here in front of me. Please forgive my broken out appearance. It's part of life right now. But if anyone watching has a suggestion for a concealer, I'm having trouble finding my shade. So I would like some pointers on that, but yeah, that's not what this video is about. Question 1 of the Q&A. What is my greatest achievement? These questions are not easy, you guys. I'd say my greatest achievement is actually being alive, because for all intents and purposes, I should not be alive right now for several reasons. So the first being, I was born 10 and a half weeks premature, and I weighed 3 pounds when I was born, and I had a lack of oxygen. And that's what led to my original disability. My current condition is due to nearly losing both my legs to infection a few years ago. I'm still fighting my way back from that. So I have hope to walk again someday if I can get the help that I need, which has been difficult with everything that's going on right now. But anyway, my greatest achievement, I would say, is actually being alive. If I were to try to think about it a little bit more, it would be that I've turned out as well as a person as I have, considering everything that I've been through. I could be angry and bitter and shutting everyone out, and I choose not to do that. I put lots of self-care into my routine, my mental and emotional health, and my physical health, and everything. So, anyway, I could probably talk about that for a while, but those are the main ones. That I've turned out as well as I have, considering how I grew up and the fact that I'm alive. And I am still a work in progress. Question 2. What ultimately makes me happy? This is another difficult one, especially right now for me. What makes me happy ultimately is how I've turned out as a person. My personal character, who I am, makes me happy. I'm proud of that accomplishment, or those accomplishments. Also, let's see, I've had to reevaluate that post-injury because I had to really search for things that made me happy. And it's little things, like really little things, like small gestures, stuffed animals, cute things, people that I have in my life, my circle is very small. It's expanded a bit recently thanks to the efforts that I've put into my channel, but um, the appreciation of the people who are in my life really makes me happy, and seeing them happy and them knowing that they can come to me when they're struggling, things like that ultimately make me happy. um, Question 3: why did I start YouTube? I started YouTube to help people, to put it simply. That's the only reason I started YouTube, is I wanted to help people by giving them my perspective on things and sharing my knowledge of the world, because my perspective is extremely unique. From several different angles. And YouTube is the way that I thought of to be able to reach people and share the knowledge that I have and the experience, and to be able to offer support. Next question: my end goal of YouTube. I don't know. My goal isn't really to be a huge YouTuber, but if I were to reach a lot of people, that would be great, because my messages are important to me. If I were to ever be monetized, it would help me to get things and equipment that my insurance will not pay for. It would help me to be more independent in my life. But my end goal is just to help as many people as I can. That's my end goal. The next few questions are related to my being transgender and my transition. And that's perfectly fine. I appreciate those questions very much. The next question is: have members of my family rejected me for being trans? Technically, that's a hard one, because in the end, I feel rejected by my family, by relatives. I don't use the word family when it comes to people I'm related to, because I feel like I don't have a family. Because to me, families are people who are warm towards each other, who care about each other, who spend time together and enjoy each other's company and bond and connect. And that is not my life. So, technically, I have not been rejected by my family, I guess, because I live with relatives, but I feel pretty much rejected by my family because I do my transition journey on my own. I have no support as far as that goes. So, next question. Was it hard to start testosterone? Okay. For me, it was hard, because by the time I decided that I wanted to medically transition, I lived in Oklahoma, and in Oklahoma for me, due to my physical condition at the time, and not even that, due to lack of resources, um, it was really hard for me to start testosterone. And I didn't start testosterone until we moved back here to California. Um, so it was difficult, even with Planned Parenthoods, because for those who don't know, some Planned Parenthood locations will help you start testosterone. Not all of them. So wherever you live, check in your area, check in your nearby area, and see if Planned Parenthood will help you. Also, you can check with your local LGBT Connections Center, LGBT Center, and they should have some resources for you. And if you're still having trouble, write me and I will find you resources. Okay. When did I know I wanted to transition? Well, I have been socially transitioned before I medically transitioned. And that means you choose a name, you live as the gender you are, instead of the gender you were assigned. So I was socially transitioned for 10 years before I medically transitioned. What stopped me is I was very, very afraid. I was afraid of the risk because it is very risky. Testosterone is a controlled substance, and you have to be very careful with your dosages. You have to have your blood levels checked every few months, just to make sure that your organs are okay. Things like that scared me into not medically transitioning. Until I was very, very unhappy, and I just couldn't live like that anymore. And there came a time when the risk became worth it because I was so unhappy. Let's see. Next question. Where do I see myself in 5 years? I really don't know. Hopefully in 5 years, my transition will be complete. I have no clue what I will look like or sound like in 5 years. If that puts anything in perspective for anyone. I hope that I'm doing better physically, as in more mobile. I hope that I have someone in my life to share my life with and my abundance with, and to create more abundance and happy memories with, who accepts me fully for me and can truly see what I have to offer them in spite of my physical limitations that I will still have. Because some of them I will still have no matter how much I improve. And last question is where would I travel to if money were not an issue? I have quite a few people that I would love to see, including some of my new friends. I would love to see you guys. I would probably travel back to my hometown for one. I would travel to see someone who I care about and love very, very much. Just to hug them. Uh, and I don't know. I have one good friend in Canada. I would love to see Canada because it just seems so peaceful and the people are so friendly. Um, as far as leaving the country, I would like to probably visit the UK, maybe Japan, and I think that's it. I am simple that way. But yes, I love to travel. The It would be more awesome though if I had people in places that I want to travel to that I also want to see. Um, so I thank you all for watching this Q&A and for your participation. And I will, if you have any suggestions for topics or anything, please, if you have any questions about anything, drop me a comment. I will get back to you. I read all of my comments, and I respond. So I will catch you all in the next video, and I appreciate each and every one of you so much, and I thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.